Have you ever stopped to think about how many opportunities for growth and self-discovery are hidden in every action you take each day? It might sound cliché, but the truth is, while many people look for answers in magic formulas, the real secret lies in small shifts in mindset. That's where the four agreements come in, challenging limiting beliefs and revealing a path of transformation that few know about or truly apply. What you're about to uncover isn't just another piece of generic self-help advice. It's a bold invitation to rethink the way you communicate, how you react to situations, and how you view yourself. This knowledge may seem simple, but trust me, it's a game changer for anyone who truly wants to live a lighter, more authentic life. Want to learn how to avoid those nagging regrets, handle criticism in a way that doesn't hurt, and build more honest relationships? Then keep reading, because deep down we all want one thing: to live in a way that makes sense. And sometimes, just a small shift in perspective is all it takes to change our entire reality. Are you ready to take that step? Being impeccable with your word is like aligning what you say with what you truly believe. It's like building a solid bridge between your thoughts and what you share with the world. Imagine the power of this. Every word you use carries truth, holds positive weight, and impacts those around you in a constructive way. When you speak with integrity, it's as if you're creating an unmistakable personal brand, where people know they can trust what you say. And who doesn't want to be someone like that? Often, using words carelessly becomes the fuel for misunderstandings, miscommunications, and even frustrations. How many times, in the heat of the moment, has a phrase carelessly spoken become a source of regret? Being impeccable with your word is about having the wisdom to think before speaking, avoiding the impulse to react automatically. A good practical exercise is to start small. Before responding to someone, take a deep breath, pause, and ask yourself if your response will help or hinder. The change this brings is surprising. Being impeccable with your word also means letting go of hasty judgments and gossip, something that damages both the speaker and the listener. Think of someone you admire for being straightforward and honest. That person probably chooses their words carefully, without losing respect for others. This way, you build relationships based on trust and admiration. The journey isn't easy, but the rewards? They're lasting. And this leads us to a fundamental thought. How do we handle what others say about us? Not taking things personally is like shielding yourself from an emotional storm that, most of the time, isn't even yours. When someone says something hurtful, it's natural to think it was directed at you, as if it reflects your worth. But in reality, what others say or do has more to do with them than with you. It's as if each person is living their own story, with their own struggles, and what they say is just a projection of that personal reality. Understanding this is freeing. When you become immune to the opinions of others, life takes on a new color. Negative criticism, for instance, becomes just background noise, like static in a song you love. This doesn't mean ignoring feedback or refusing to grow, but rather carefully choosing what truly deserves your attention. Imagine receiving criticism at work. Instead of shutting down and taking it personally, you listen, filter what makes sense, and use it to improve. The idea is to build an emotional shield that only lets through what truly adds value. This emotional shield doesn't develop overnight, but every attempt counts. Start by asking yourself, does what this person said really reflect who I am? Most of the time, it doesn't. This allows you to live without carrying the weight of others' expectations or opinions. After all, you can't control what others think, but you can choose how to react. And on this journey of self-discovery, the next lesson reveals itself. How can we avoid creating misunderstandings about what surrounds us? Not making assumptions is an invitation to live lightly and communicate authentically. When you avoid assumptions, you make room to see reality as it truly is, without interference or distortions. How many times, when trying to guess what someone else thinks or feels, do we end up creating scenarios in our minds that have nothing to do with reality? Assuming things is a quick path to misunderstandings and frustrations. Instead of jumping to conclusions, just ask. It's simple but powerful. Imagine a situation where a friend seems distant. The first impulse is to think they're upset with you. But what if it's something else? Maybe they're dealing with personal challenges, or maybe they're just distracted. Instead of creating a story in your head, try talking to them. Find out what's really going on. This not only avoids misunderstandings, but also strengthens relationships. And this can be applied in every area of life: work, family, friendships. The courage to ask instead of assuming is a skill that transforms daily life. By allowing yourself to see things clearly, you open up space to truly understand others, without illusions or fantasies. This kind of clarity is rare and valuable, bringing you closer to others in an honest way. And in doing so, a new question naturally arises. Are we always giving our best in every situation? Doing your best in any situation is a promise you make to yourself, a way to honor your own capacity and potential. When you commit to giving your maximum effort, regardless of the circumstances, you ensure there will be no regrets. This doesn't mean every day will be perfect or that your performance will always be ideal, but it does mean you're doing what's within your reach. This approach builds self-confidence because at the end of the day, you know you gave it your all. In difficult times, doing your best is especially important. Imagine a work project that demands skills you're still developing. It's easy to feel frustrated and even think about giving up. But by dedicating yourself fully, you realize that the learning and experience are as valuable as the result. The satisfaction of knowing you put in the effort brings a sense of accomplishment that no quick win can offer. It's like planting a seed. It might take time to see the fruits, but the cultivation itself is what truly matters. This commitment to doing your best also impacts the relationships and environment around you. When you dedicate yourself, people notice, and it inspires trust and admiration. Additionally, by doing your best, you contribute to a positive spiral in your life. Every effort, every attempt, every lesson paves the way for bigger achievements. And suddenly, you find yourself reflecting on the next step in this journey of personal growth. After all, what more can we explore and transform in the pursuit of a fulfilling life? Now, are you ready to apply all of this to your life? Think of each agreement as a key that unlocks doors to a new way of seeing the world, one where you have control over your emotions and reactions. Which of these do you think will make the biggest difference for you? Perhaps it's speaking with more integrity, or maybe it's not taking things so seriously when others are simply projecting their own frustrations. Now, imagine how your life could transform if you adopted these 4 agreements as guiding principles. What changes can you already start to see? Don't let these reflections stay as mere thoughts. Put them into practice and witness the results. And remember, this is a journey. Every small step is already a big victory. If you want to keep exploring these topics and learn even more about how to live a balanced, fulfilling life, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss any content and will continue growing toward your best self. After all, who said change has to be hard?